Ooh, actually, real quick, let's see what version it's up to. Okay, 104 is out, so I'm glad I checked. Not that there's usually extra. Ooh, wait a minute. What's the experimental? Oh dear. I should have waited to start the stream. Way to go, Dan. Way to go. What this? Who dat? 105, work in progress. I don't suppose that has like an easy way to find patch notes. Doesn't look like it. Is the save game compatible? If not, we'll start over on the third map, that's fine. So today we're gonna try to finish up Dawn of Man. We're on the last map. We're a little over halfway finished with the final map, and then I probably want to go back over to Lord of Dwarves. I'm trying to remember. I don't think we were in the middle of doing anything important. We just lost a bunch of people over here, but it does look like we picked up their stuff. Oh man, Varric ate shit. So really we're just grinding for those extra people, and then we are done with this game until we go to play a free game. So let's take a look around though. I don't see any new techs. I would imagine it would be, you know, in line with the previous ones where it was just more stability enhancements. Here, let's go for a somewhat slower time, and let me see if I can find patch notes on my phone. Dawn of Man. Hello, Dom. Good morning. Notes. Yeah, kind of the same problem that we're having with the last one. Like, it's a little difficult to find patch notes for this. But it is in the work in progress experimental line too, so who the fuck knows? I think it'll minimize, but it should still play. I did, JSO, yes, I did go with one of the suggestions. So 104 is the beta patch that we were playing with yesterday. Day before yesterday. Yesterday we played Lord of Dwarves. Fixed a couple of crashes, unlocked a little bit more of the camera controls. I'm not seeing any notes though for what 1.0.5 would be. I don't even know what the fuck that is. So he just might not have any. Ah, there's a roadmap though. Added it 39 minutes ago. Intend to maintain Dawn of Man for the foreseeable future, providing free updates for a long time, same as with Planet Base. Very stable, but a small number of people are experiencing issues. Gather most common feedback from users on the forum and reviews, and will be improve the game based on that, and they are planning on more content. We have a few ideas on how to expand the game, which we intend to release in the coming months. These will include new structures, text, tools, maps, and scenarios. Yes! Love it. Good deal. That's about all I see, though. Because nudes, yes, because news only went up to 1.0.4, so. Oh well, oh fuck, what happened? Workload's still too high, that's fine. We're at 91 out of 150, let's go up to top speed. And our food is eaten crap here. It is just about time for harvest. So hopefully that's the only problem that we're having. I forgot to replace a wall. I hadn't noticed that they had taken that one out. Till that donkey just walked right through it. Good donkey. Who's a good donkey? You are. You are. That would have fucking sucked. Little shit's walking right in. Because we all know that we're going to get attacked again. Those our doges, they are. And we've got a bear across the stream. Pretty high workload, so I don't want to send too many people. But we're stuck in this era. We're stuck in... wait a minute. Oh yeah, that was the last map. We're fine. We're fine. For some reason I was thinking that we were still on the playthrough where we were stuck in the Neolithic era, but 5 people ought to be able to take out that bear, no problem. And a wolf has attacked. It's going after our sheep. Oh, well. I don't know what it attacked, but it didn't do very well at it. Yeah, get fucked, wolf. Sorry, wolf. It just wasn't in the cards for you, baby. I don't know. I suppose we could let them go. They are wandering off. And we do have some wolves that we definitely need to take care of. How many hunters do we have? Okay, so there's wolves absolutely everywhere. I want 2 of you to group up and go after that one. I want 2 of you to group up and go after that one. 2 of you can go... oh, that's a pup. Okay, good. 2 of you can go for that one. Pups, though. Those are a good thing. We'll mark those for capture. Got 3 of them. That worked out perfectly. I thought that we had 2 adults. Or 2 older wolves. Because they show up orange. But apparently it was 2 pups standing, like, basically on top of one another. The fuck happened over here? That didn't go well for the bear. Might as well mark them for butchering. A whole boatload of bison. Oh, nice. And a couple of goats. A couple of sheep. Sorry, sheep. These are goats. Oh, another pup? Damn. We are pup rich. Oh, there is another wolf over here, but of a in a different group. So yeah, let's let these hunters go after the bear. Clear them out, because they are right in the middle of our livestock and everything. Clear them out, and we'll get that wolf too. I'm pretty sure that wolf attack is just a response to our attack. The adolescent, we'll just leave him alone. He'll be fine. We'll have him go and tag this last wolf and head on in. Yeah, it looks like everybody was successful on their wolf hunts. Now we just got to tame the pups. Might be a good idea for us to put that gate over here on high priority too. And I do need to continue, now that we've switched seasons, it's the planting season. So all of the planting jobs should have gone into the queue, and we should be safe to upgrade some of our palisade. Do we have another gap in here? Nope. I don't know why. This one's all funky, though. I guess just, this little part here might as well. I'll tear it down and start working on it. And then I'm hoping that some of the wood will go toward the new gate and the new towers over here. But it looks like we're pretty low on wood anyway. Let's see. We collect sticks from over here, but I don't think that we gather tannin. So it should be fine for us to mark all those for chopping. If that's not enough wood, I just don't know what will be. So for tearing that out, I don't need to worry about putting that up to a higher priority. Somehow we've gathered 106 stone. So I would actually go around and like mark all of our palisade, just have them tear it down, and just put our nose to the grindstone and get it all knocked out. But our food graph is definitely on a downward spiral. So I don't want to give them too much stuff. They should be able to finish this out, and then they should focus on harvesting, I hope. Not enough stable space already. Absolutely true. We're actually short by like 2 stables because the goats have gone fucking insane. So these white ones are either old or adolescent. And it looks like all of these are old, and then the rest of these are going to be adults. I'm going to mark a full-on 20 of them. That still leaves us with more goats that need to be slaughtered. That's a hell of a workload. I guess it'll help out with the food thing. What are you up to, Mr. Trader? Miss Trader. So bringing in leather, we actually are doing really well on leather. We don't really need it for a whole lot anymore. We'll definitely buy your sickles. Might be able to purchase your bronze as well. But I don't think I'm going to go for your leather. I was hoping that we had bone. Oh, we do. Good. Just enough, too. Anything else? Nope. That'll be it. That'll help a little bit. I don't think we have any... Did we ever put in a building that can use iron? I don't know if I did. Oh, we're still in the Bronze Age. Okay. So we haven't gone to the Iron Age yet. For some reason, I thought that we had the upgraded tower, too. I'm just needing to get reacquainted. What's up, Luca? Yeah, we just got going not too long ago. We have so much fucking bronze. So very much. I'll just leave it the way it is. None of you should be... Okay, good. Nothing is being devoted to copper, just bronze. Build that wall, baby. Build it! I still see a lot of homes that are in need of fuel. That was a lot of wood. This is a lot of wood too, though. Hopefully that'll be enough to get us through the winter without any issues. At the moment, I'm just a little bit nervous that we won't finish with the wall before it's time to harvest all this stuff next season. Go, go, go. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe you can wall. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're still way over on animals. I don't know if I should build another stable or not, because we're going to have a hard time feeding him. But I hate to let him die, you know? I guess if I do, it'll go in over here. I do have enough room that I could put it in on this side. Let's give it a shot. Put it in right there. And then I also kind of want a well a little bit closer to all of these. Our other well's only over here. That's not too far away, but just make it that much easier for them to bring water, and hopefully they'll get enough straw and grain to be able to feed all of them. The hard part seems actually like picking it up and getting it into the fucking stable. Not so much like having it on hand usually. The veggie harvest is going okay, but I am still pretty nervous, because we're nearly finished with summer. See a lot of stuff that needs chopped, but I've given them a lot of tasks, so that's my fault. It's the next harvest that's really going to make or break us this season, I think. Maybe not this season. Maybe, I think we have enough stored up. We're definitely on a downward trend, though. Now is not a good time for breeding sheep. We're just a little bit over on the number of animals that we have versus the space that we have in our stables right now. Man, I'm seeing a lot of pissy people too. What's up with that? So we did get the gate in. We are currently finishing up that wall. Looks like we've got a couple of spots over here that aren't quite finished being worked on. And then we have one more spot over here that hasn't even been started yet. Otherwise, looking okay. We need a lot of building material for these. But I don't want to tell them to do a damn thing outside of what they already have. I want them to finish up these little spots in the wall there. Hopefully cut down all this wheat. Get them grains, baby. Yeah. What are you bringing us? Bit more tin. You have a low commission, so it'd be about 3 wool for us to trade up to fishing rods. No, we have enough. We have plenty. I think that's all I'm gonna go for. Because I do not believe that we really need any of the rest of that stuff. Should be aight. See a bunch of donkeys, some piggies. Mostly looking for predators that are nearby, though. stuff that might attack our people or our livestock. We're actually doing fantastic on sheep, so even sheep we don't need to worry about. A bunch of them over here, but nothing right next to us, so live and let live, I suppose. And we're up to 96. Getting there. 54 more people. And we're finished with the final map here. Enjoy my coffee until we get attacked, I guess. I think we finished up all the wall, too. So we'll probably mark another section of it in the winter for upgrade. Or I could mark it now. Because I think they're still going to go around and finish out whatever they can harvest. Who are doing on sickles? We have 33, we have 96 people. Let's see. Since we have so much bronze, why don't you guys get us ahead a little bit on that. And hopefully we'll see some improvement on our food graph through next year. So I think we're going to fall a little bit short. We're not going to be able to... Yeah, we weren't able to chop down absolutely all of it. What we did chop down, though, was immediately picked up and put to use, so I like that. And I'm wondering if... Oh, no. Fuck you, wolves. Fuck you. Got a baby goat. How rude. Wondering if... that's not part of the 1.0.5 update, that now they're picking things up a little bit more efficiently. I'm gonna split these ones up again. We'll have a group of 2 go for one, we'll have a group of 3 go for the other. And I'm holding the wrong key. Seemed like a hell of a lot of hunters. And we have one more adult over here. Send a boatload of people over there to take care of that shit. And then we got 2 pups. We want all the pups we can get. Let's go pay a little bit of attention to these fields, though. Well, it's a planting season, so it doesn't matter right now. What the hell? He is stuck. I hope that's not going to be a new bug. That would suck. Here's our wolf death squads. What the hell happened to all the people that I sent after that wolf? I was kind of hoping they would group up a little bit better than that. I think 2 people will actually be plenty. And we could just let that wolf go. It did move on. And we got 2 pups out of it. Pretty good deal. Bunch of piggies. A couple of bears on our side of the river. Doesn't look like anything to worry about, though. So we're planting all of our veggies right now. Usually a pretty good time to do an upgrade. Wonder if it's been long enough between attacks for us to get our next attack, though. Because that'd be bad. How do you on thatch? Shit. We're not gonna have enough thatch to finish up any of the guard towers. Haha, it definitely has been long enough. And that fucking sucks, because they totally showed up right next to our people over here. Oh, wow. So just enough time has passed that our people aren't over here. Good deal. And now we get to test out a little bit of this wall stuff. So that's good too, because we don't have any defenses here. So what I'm curious of, I believe if they come over to this area, they're probably going to split at the corner, and I'm wondering if they'll go all the way up until they meet resistance, till they run into these towers, heading toward the fence. And then I'm also wondering if we were to divert them, like we built all the way up to the water, so when they get to this point, will they just attack the fence or will they go around it? And then if some of them go this way, we've got this little spot here where they can't get past. So I think if we interfere with their natural pathing before they reach a fence and before they reach you know, defenses or somebody to fight, then I think they just go for our walls. But I'm not sure. I don't know. They might just come over here and just start chipping away at the walls and come right in. I'm very curious how this one's gonna go. But I have sounded the alarm. Doesn't look like we've got anybody outside here. I haven't looked for the pilgrims in a while. I don't know if you remember, but we had some traders or somebody for some reason that kept dying over here. And they would leave like sledges and carts and random like loot in this area. Yeah, we do. Shit. So are you a trader? Okay, good. He's a trader, and I want to recycle all that and get rid of it, because otherwise our people will try to make it all the way over here to the edge of the map and grab it. And then they just die on the way back. Like, there's just not enough wild food for them to forage, and they end up dying of dehydration or starvation on their way home. Depending on the season, I guess. If the wild food is in season, it might be okay, but plenty of them keep dying, so fuck that shit. Let's go up to a higher speed here, and we'll let them get up close to the wall. Doesn't look like that guy's in too much of a hurry to get to safety, does he? Oh, and how many people attacked us? 24 this time, and it looks like, yeah, they're just gonna go straight for the wall. So we definitely want to set up defenses here. And the reason that I was so curious about that, if they hadn't attacked, if they had just split up and started heading toward the fences, then I wouldn't need to worry about this kind of an area. But now that I know that, we're gonna want defenses here, we're gonna want defenses here, and we're also gonna want some defenses probably right here. Although, with the mountain there, we might be okay on this spot. But on this spot, even if they were heading for this gate, I'm pretty sure that they would split up and some of them will go for the wall when the rest of them went around the other side for the gate. Just based on how they've acted in the past. So, if they're going to attack us there, I want to get a good vantage point. It looks like all of our guys are kind of up at the front, because I believe that our people know where they were actually trying to get to, and I think that they're gonna split, but I want to make sure that, oh, son of a bitch, I want to make sure that our guys start moving this way, and hopefully within the gate and not heading outside of it. Yeah, good. So they are gonna split, and some of them are going to try to get in this way. The rest of these guys are going to keep going toward the front gate. And we only have the two towers right now. We haven't finished the defenses up there because we had an attack previously and we just hadn't recovered fully from it yet. Okay, go ahead and group up. Make sure you group. Grouping is very important. And then hand out asses, please. Somebody was firing at us. Oh, okay. Bunch of people back here that are firing on us. I'm a little bit more worried about them because our people with melee weapons will engage the people that get too close, but these guys are just getting free shots in on us. We've already lost 3 people. There's 4. And then I also need to keep an eye on the assholes heading this way. Maybe not. Looks like we've done a pretty good job of grouping up that way. We've still got one dickhole out taking out fence, so this little group here, you go ahead and work on them, and you'll come in for a flank. Once our slowpoke gets inside, we'll shut the front gate. We do have those couple of towers. And then our soldiers can go and work on the people that are outside from around the other way. I think that'll be a better way to keep everybody alive for a little bit longer. What are you doing? Oh, you're one of the raiders. I gotcha. I see. I getcha. Okay, just one raider left. Get 'em, boys. Hurry before they take out our tower completely. Fuck. Okay, alert off. So we ended up losing what, like 4 people? 5 maybe? 5. Maybe 6, I don't know. We could have lost somebody in here too. I don't think so, but might have. It's hard to tell. So all the way over here, defensive, and I want to replace this wall, but I want to replace it with stone. And then I want to replace the defenses here first. I think that was the one that they took out. The rest of them just haven't been completed yet. Oh. Wasn't holding shift. It's my first time. Oh no. We have people dying of hypothermia. He must not have warm clothing on when we got attacked. And then I told him to go out and do stuff. Then this will have to be torn down. Let's see, can you do that for me real quick? It just takes a second. Now hopefully if we can get those completed, that'll prevent any issues like that in the future. Alright, so the next thing that I want to pay attention to is the harvesting mechanics. This side's kind of due for an attack. We're nearly done with winter, so it is going to be planting season soon. But I want to get a couple of upgrades in, and then we're going to need defenses in here too. It's a lot of stuff to upgrade. And that one can't go in until I get rid of this rock pile. So I'll mark both of those for recycle, and then we'll go back to storage, and we'll just put in a new rock pile a little bit further back. Looks like we planted all of our veggies, and I haven't seen any of our animals dying, even though nobody was out feeding them. Nice, and we did make it through the winter, so we finished that season. Copper and tin for sure. I would love to buy all of your sickles. And we'll see how we did on wool. Oh, we should be able to pay for all of it. He didn't have anything else that we want though, does he? Let's give him some of this meat, since it has a tendency to rot. But I think that's it. We're doing fine on clothing and everything. We're actually doing fine on almost everything. Yeah, I like that. And I would think that that's part of the 1.05. Like, we were able to feed all of our animals without any real problem. And I still see some water in that one. Water and grain in that one. So I wonder if they're preemptively stocking it up, or if that's just leftover. And if they're just leaving the leftover from last year. Either way though, whatever fucking works, I don't care. I'm okay with it. I might with it. What are we up to now? 94? Okay, well, working our way back to where we were. A new human. Yeah, and workload is definitely going to be too high, isn't it? So we have all of our goats that need to be milked, we have all of our sheep that need to be sheared. And we have all these upgrades to do. Got all the fields to plant. Hopefully it'll all work out. Did we chop down? Okay, good. We at least did chop down those trees, so that's one less thing that we need to worry about. Oh, poor Goran died of old age. So we're still just under 100 people. I don't really see anything that we're lacking. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. Looking over the weapons now, we've got a bow for everyone. We should be pumping out bronze sickles, so that'll be fine. We are low on spears. We're about 20 short on spears for everybody. So once we finish with the sickles, which apparently they're still working on for some reason. Get swords queued up on one and spears on the other. Try and get us a little bit closer to one for everyone. And I've got spears, bows, swords, and knives all set at 125% so that we have enough for everyone. I've also got sickles up there pretty high too, just to make sure that we always have them available, but really all I need is a couple more metalsmiths at high priority. I'm not too worried about it though. Yeah, that was a lot of shit for them to upgrade. I probably overdid that. We have 86 stone, so it's not a matter of material, it's just a matter of too many things going on at once. Oh my goodness. We've got volunteers. Poor cows just don't want to live anymore. Let's see, is that going to, no, that shouldn't get the bull to attack me. I don't actually want, to domesticate any of those. I want this guy to start some shit, though. And then take off over here. Run! Oh, nice! The bull didn't come after him. I was just hoping, that it would go after him, and then we would have our group a little bit more close. Whoopsie. Where's the other one? Mark him for hunt, and then we'll just finish him off. Oh, there's another bull outside. Come on in, man. Pull up a chair. I think it's coming all the way around. I'm pretty sure that that one's coming in to attack us. Oh, maybe not. Wow, there's so much shit to hunt. We're doing absolutely fine on meat, though. It's thatch that we need the most, so I'm not going to mark anybody, or tell anybody else to go out and hunt anything. Too good of an opportunity to pass up the ones that were right next to town, though. You have much work. Many things to do. So it's harvesting time again on the veggies. We're about halfway through summer already. I'm hoping somebody comes and cuts them down. And I'm curious what they're doing with them, because they seem to leave far less of it on the ground. So I think that they may have tweaked the AI a little bit. Not really interested in horses at all. I do want your straw. Yeah, and I want your sickles too. Yeah, it's getting there. How you doing, sign in? Getting a little bit bigger. We're doing good on clothes. So we can totally sell all of that. And then I think I'll throw in some wool cloth. And then we'll finish off the trade with some bone. Maybe I'll keep that and one of those. What is that worth? 5 apiece. Take our bone. But outside of that, well, I don't know. We could buy linen to give us kind of a head start. Because I hope that we're getting compound bows soon, and we'll need linen for it. I guess if I buy it now, it'll be turned into fishing poles, which isn't really necessarily a bad thing. Either fishing poles or additional summer outfits. Fuck it. If I had more bone, I would go for it, but pretty much gave them all of it, so. We needed to get about a third bigger, though. We're at just under 100 people again. We need to get up to 150. We're on the version 1.05 patch in the experimental branch. Couldn't find any patch notes. There we go, we got somebody harvesting. Well, they didn't take it with them, but I don't see it laying on the ground either. It's not in their inventory. Oh, it is laying on the ground. Okay, never mind. Is that a stray donkey? Oh no, that's one of ours. Okay. We have carts that are going out, and we have 23 donkeys. We have a lot of leather. Now's not a good time for me to just spam them, but now it would be a good time for us to put about 3 of them out for whoever to go and work on. Trying to pay attention to who comes out to the field to pick this up. Oh my god, 6 more goats? 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So we're about 3 spots short of enough places for our animals right now, and I think, yeah, we finished that other stable. Wait, I didn't put that at high priority, though. Oh no, we haven't finished the other stable, we just need a couple of sticks. Cool. So that problem will kind of take care of itself, but then we're right back to teetering on the edge of too many fucking animals. Trying to think of where the hell else I would want to put stables, because I know that I don't want to cluster them together too badly. I guess it'd have to be over here, but we just don't seem to have enough grain. Damn it, I missed it. Somebody came out and picked all that stuff up, and I don't know who. Now with this crop, I fully expect them to pick up all the straw and start to distribute it. Oh yeah, somebody walked by with a sledge, somebody's coming out with a cart. Pretty sure that the developer did do some work on their efficiency when it comes to harvesting. I love it. And I'm really excited to see what else they add. This is definitely the kind of game that I will return to. Really good game. Okay, group of kids coming out to pick it up. I'm almost thinking we need more fields. I'm also thinking we need to chop down a couple more trees. Let's get those cut. That'll open up enough room for another field. Cut those down. And that one. I think that's all the wild trees. The stone pillars are just little monoliths that they go and pray to. They keep our people happy. So we have 5. We have bone totems that you start out with, or sorry, skull poles. Then we have totems. Then eventually they work their way up to menhir, and then you have like a tabletop looking thing. These are their spiritual items. And that one costs 3 stones. And then we have the stone circle, the stone hinge, basically. So when people get unhappy, like when people die, or if they don't have a very diverse diet or anything like that, then they need to stop by one of our spiritual things and just do a little praying, and it cheers them up. Storm is also going to piss people off. You did the first one on hardcore? The only reason that I didn't is because I like being able to pause. But we could do another playthrough on hardcore and see how it goes. I wouldn't have any problem with that. Give it a shot. I do like to be able to pause, though. I need knives, but the bronze ones are fucking expensive. If I do, it's gonna be leather, I guess. It's gonna be 3 leather per knife. A little pricey. So we could do that. We've got 27 veg. Yeah, I don't think I want anything else. We'll go ahead and buy the knives. More people that can butcher, why not? Oh, have you? Yeah, so when it comes down to it, unless they've updated it, we get 5 prestige for the single stone ones. You only get, I think, 10 for the one that costs 3, and then you get 50 for the one that costs 5. So these and the stone circle are the best bang for your buck, as far as what I've seen. But they may have updated it. They've that one just, it needs tweaked. There's no reason to put down one that's larger that costs 3 stone that is going to give you less prestige, as far as I can tell. And then you know, as we end up with a bunch of bone, once it's not worth much, then I just throw totems wherever the fuck we can, because might as well have something. It all works. Keeps you people a hell of a lot happier to have them. Well, that was a lot of work, but it looks like they got it done. We've got one little spot that they're still working on here. I believe they successfully upgraded all the rest of it. That's a lot of defenses. I probably could have gone with just 3 in the back and skipped one of those, but they hit that wall pretty hard. We ended up losing like a dozen people or so on that attack. This is pretty bad. We've still got one more to put in here. We haven't done any of our towers in here. Oh shit, and we have a blizzard, so that's not going to help matters. Really need them to finish that wall. Great. Oh, good. Okay, well at least they're attacking from a direction that we've got defenses on. Do we have anybody out at the mines? I sure hope not. They are in trouble if we do. Doesn't look like it. So they're probably gonna split, but I don't know. Hopefully we can get people in these towers quickly enough to respond to the attack. Oh shit, I don't think I closed that soon enough. I think some of them might have got in. These towers are fucking garbage. Oh yeah, and they already took down the wall over there. So where is everybody? Pretty freaking scattered. Can I get you guys to put a little hustle in your step here? For some reason, I have a hard time getting them to sprint when the alarm's going off. But they won't man the towers if the alarm's not going off. So I just don't know what to do. That went better than expected. We did end up losing 2 people, which is unfortunate, but hell, better than it doesn't. We lost quite a few doggos too, which always makes me sad. Look at that. 7 dogs went down. Poor pups. How many towers did they take out? We've got the orchard a little bit too close, so I can't tell if they took out 1 or 2. Now, hopefully everybody will go and get their winter clothes. Yeah, I think they only took out the 1. Oh no, they took 1 out on this side too. Little bastards. Ooh. Oh, okay. If for some reason it looked like I was able to build it like just right up alongside the last one. 2 towers and 2 people. It's not that bad. How many attackers do we have? 17 that time. So not the biggest attack that we've ever had, but still, we did okay. How are we doing on heating? We need people to get some food in there. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of dead animals spam. And did we finish that final stable? We did, so I just want to make sure that that goes up to high priority as well. Uh-oh. Lost one to hypothermia. One of our people, not one of our animals. Come on, guys. Feed the animals. These are all slowly losing health. Another person to hypothermia. Man, fighting in the middle of a blizzard in the winter. Not good. Jeez. And now the people that took damage are getting disease too. 3 people to hypothermia, 2 people have caught disease, and we were a little bit low on space for everything, so a sheep and a goat have been taken by hypothermia. Both of our people died of the disease. Fuck me, man. Oh, I don't know if I opened that gate. I don't think that I did. So just do open all gates. I'm pretty sure that I accidentally left that shut. Poor people. Let's see if we have any more pilgrims. It's been a minute since we checked. This map's got a... I'm assuming it's the map. There's a little bug with the traders where they can't get off the map, or something's going on over here where they keep fucking dying. Usually I don't notice until we have somebody starve to death. Nope. I don't see any piles of goodies or carts or anything, so hopefully our people aren't heading over to this corner of the map for no reason. Okay, so we're out of straw. They'll start to feed them grain. We do have a lot of grain. I just hope that somebody actually gets on it and goes and does it. We're doing really well on meat, or I would mark more goats for butchering. I guess I might have to anyway. Yeah, might just have to. Alright, looks like we made it. Hopefully the animals can get down to the river before they die. Actually, they look fine. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they lowered the consumption. Maybe animals don't eat as much. Jesus. 16 bronze, really? Is that a boatload of bronze in your pocket? Just happy to see us. We'll unload that. Give them some of our leather. Dry skins are only worth 1, but leather's still worth 5 at the moment. We definitely have enough ingots. I don't need to actually trade all this to them. I don't know why the fuck we still have skins outfits. But apparently we do. What else am I going to trade you? All of our wool. There we go. That's a pretty damn good trade. We have a lot of bronze, though. A hell of a lot of bronze. We're gonna, when we move up to the next stage, we're gonna use it just for tools. So we're at 38, and what I want is an additional 18. So we need to get up to 56 points before we go up to the next era. Then we can go up to the next era and immediately have the ability to upgrade these towers. In the meantime, our main goal, get all of our walls up to stone. We're doing really well on stone. We do have 45 already. Let's see. God damn it. Do you have anything in your inventory? Pick that up. Shit, and I see bronze tools out there too. Oh, children. Gather these things for me. Thank you, kids. Is there anything else in there? No. Anything else laying outside? Is that clothes? It's like my absolute biggest pet peeve. Now that was somebody dying, and that other bit of stuff that we grabbed, that was also somebody dying. If there's weapons in there, then somebody just died there. So that pisses me off slightly less than than when the seasons change and everybody just strips out of their clothes and drops them on the ground. Okay, you grab that sword. Looks like that's all stone in there. That's all stone. This might be food. Oh, it's tannin. That's fine. Got a random bone just laying out in the middle of nowhere there. What I'm looking for is piles of clothing. Like one shirt, not too big of a deal. But when the seasons change like that, winter to spring, and from summer to fall, gotta keep an eye out. These sons of bitches will just go and drop it everywhere. Sons of bitches. Is that a bow? What the hell, man? Adult man. Grab that. Looks good though. I didn't see, like, every now and then you'll just find a huge pile of clothing and I don't see any, so not too bad. Damn, we have 4 new people move in. I like it. Everybody heard about our beer. 5 people. Excellent. We're still just under 100 though. We haven't made it over that hump yet. $51, and how much did I say we were waiting on? I think it was 56, wasn't it? We need 38 for that, plus 18 for that. 56. Damn, and an additional 30 to get up to actual steel. That'll get us up to iron, though. And the main thing that we want iron for is reinforcing our gates and our towers, so that they're slightly less shit. I think it'd be fun to do a free play. These challenge maps just don't last very long. Damn. I didn't notice a message, but apparently, because that might not have been our goat. Or, sorry, our sheep. Yeah, it doesn't look like it was part of a wild herd. I'm surprised, though. That is a lot of wolves. Whoopsie, I let go of H too fast. And I think I need 6 people, right? That is slightly more than 6. There we go, 6 hunters. Oh no. Damn it. We have 5, so I need 10 people. I want 2 people per wolf. With our current gear, that should be enough. Need to take out that one. Then that one. That one. I don't know how I fucked that up, but good old con, and we'll just grab one other random somebody. You go after that one too. But the pups, I'm gonna tame them. We got some more goats over here, but at the moment we have 50 goats. We really don't need any, even that one sheep that I went to domesticate, we really don't need it. We actually need to cut down on our goats. So we got either an old or an adolescent bear. Looks like an adolescent. Let's get 3 or 4 people on that too. 4 would be great. Everybody has bows, so they shouldn't have any problem taking them down. I don't think I'm going to have them upgrade new walls this season. We had a pig walk right into town. You silly piggy. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Wolf-ageddon. A whole nother herd of wolves just showed up. Is it a herd? I don't think it's a herd. Pack of wolves showed up. With 2 more pups even. Shit, and I missed one. Still another one up here. My goodness. The carnage. Oh, looking good though. Got them all down. Oh, there's more bears. God damn it. Oh, I need way more people. That, or I could just have one group go and hunt all of them, but it's a little bit less micromanagey if I send multiple people. So we'll send 3 on that. 4 on that one, and then we'll just do some cleanup with one of the groups to get the last one. Look at all these goodies that we could hunt, but we just don't really need the skins. Walking right past goats and all kinds of stuff. Keep waiting for your villagers to eat each other? Oh no. Look at all those fucking cows, man. Shame we don't need food. Spooked a reindeer right into our town, too. We always need pups, though, especially on this scenario, so... I'll go out after wolves anytime I get an opportunity if they have pups with them. Otherwise, I'll leave them alone unless they start to get close to our herds. Oh, it's totally random. Like, that can happen on any map. The animal spawning. The map that we're on... Something of Conflict. It's on the last scenario. Plains of Conflict, I think was the name of it. All the rest of them have blood involved, so we went for the plains. Hoping that it was a good omen. It seems to be working out, though. We're doing pretty well. I'm gonna buy... Yeah, I'll buy all of your logs, your charcoal, your tin... I probably won't be able to afford all this. This is a really good selection of stuff for them to have brought, but I don't think we have enough money. Enough tradables. You can have all that. You can have 5 of these. Oh, it is enough. Plenty. See, and I can keep one of those and give you all of that. And then a couple of meat before they rot. Really good trade. Very nice. Unfortunately, we won't be able to afford anything on the next trader, like more than likely. I don't know. We should be shearing sheep pretty soon, right? So maybe. How we doing on our numbers? We've got about 50 sheep and goats, and then we have 23 donkeys, so we're just barely under. We could put in one more stable here. That'll get us through for the next year, I think. Oh, I put an orchard in there, so I don't have to worry about where I put this, as long as it fits. Because I'm trying not to encroach on what would eventually be farmland, but since we ended up putting a chestnut orchard in on the top of the hill there, we don't have to worry about building stuff, you know, right up to the edge of it. The fucking disease. Now that we cut all that out, it's the off season, so we won't get anything out of it this season. But we've got barley and einkorn right there. I want something else. Rye would be fantastic. We'll get a rye field in there, and then I want another flax field for trading. Then we've got veggies kind of splitting it up. We'll see how that goes next year. So now I'm just looking for where we're going to put our next fields. I think it's time to start expanding into this stuff, but I do collect tannin in here somewhere. Okay, it's right over here. So if I can, I don't want to cut down that tree. Anything from this tree over, I think it will be just fine though. And no more upgrades until we finish some of these fucking towers. Looks like we have a few over here. I think our bottleneck is once again just straw. I truly wish that I could tell them, hey, feed the animals with grain, or whichever is greater. You know, if we have more grain, feed them grain, prioritize grain over straw, because grain, we use it for beer, we can also use it for bread, But the straw, we just never have enough. Once you have a bunch of watchtowers and once all of your huts are thatch-roofed huts, there's just not enough. Alright, well, we finally got over 100. That got us 3 more knowledge points. That puts us just, I think 1 point away, right? 56, I think, was what we were waiting on. And then we'll go up to the next stage. Harvest is coming along really well, so those extra fields should totally pay off. That harvest is fucked because of a disease, but we're about 3/4 of the way through the season and we've already cut down almost every single bit of it. I like it. I can't believe we have 97 fucking bronze. Oh man, dude died working in the field. Poor guy. This is literally the only thing that we haven't harvested out of all of our fields. So yeah, no regrets on that. Now I think we might need more veggies though. We'll see how that harvest goes. I want just one more field than they can harvest. I want them to get absolutely everything that they can. And then I want a little bit of extra so that as we get more people in and we get the tools that they need, we're at max efficiency. So over here I'm going to want more grain, since we have so many fucking stables. What the hell was in there? Oh, just a tree that they chopped down, that's fine. Chop that one too, and then we'll put our next stable... Well, wait a minute. Yeah, chop all of those. Another fella dying of old age. What do you got, sir? You do have some straw, and we crave it. How are we doing on tin? We have 23. Let's see if we can afford it. I don't think there's any reason for us to buy his bronze, though. We have 95 bronze ingots right now. It's going a little fucking nuts. I really want to put in more crafters, but that's, I think 2 people per crafter. I don't know with the metalworking one, though. I know with the beginning crafter, like the most basic crafter, 2 people can be employed in the one building at a time. So I'm just trying to keep that in mind that, you know, we'll have a certain number of people. Yeah, where's my bone at? Oh shit, you know what? Bone's really not worth much anymore. And I think that's all I want. The reason that I hesitate to put another one of these in is once we do get up to iron, well, we won't change anything actually when we get to iron. Yeah, let's put it in. Fuck it. And then once we get to, what's the next one? To steel. All these guys are going to do is make tools. They'll make all of our picks, our scythes, and our axes, and that's it. So I didn't want to have a third one in, but we can always tear it out. We're not going to make any tools out of iron. We'll wait, and then we'll go directly to steel. Uh-oh, I think we're under attack. I heard the music change. What do we got? 17 of them coming in. We only have 2 towers that are up right now, where they're likely to attack. Shit, and I only see like 1 person going over to those towers. Oh no, they have people in them. Okay. So our people are gonna go and get ready at the gates, but this is where they're actually gonna break through. I wanna grab a group there, this group here, and just start them heading this way. So once they take out the towers, they'll start going for the walls. Leaving the gates open in the hopes that the doggos will come in for a flank here. Okay, there we go. They took down one. We did get 2 kills out of that already. And who do we have over here? You guys all go for that person. Got them kind of trickling in. Pretty sure that that person that's getting attacked by all of them is fucked. Yep. See, nobody has any hustle, and I don't understand that. Like, why won't they sprint when we're in a combat situation? They just leisurely walk over there. Well, we're gonna lose a lot of people. I guess it could have been worse. We lost, what, 4 or maybe 5? 4. Bummer. Bummer. Any other fence get torn down? I don't think so. Yeah, I might have to put a gate over here just so that they group up properly. Oh, and there's another one that's going. Got an infection. Unfortunately, we have no surfactant. We don't even know about soap yet. At least I don't think so. I'm pretty sure nobody bathes even. Checking to make sure that we're feeding all of our animals. It's looking really good. Even on a good year, we would usually lose... Once we get our herd over about 50 animals, we would usually lose maybe half a dozen or so, just on average. So I'm fairly positive that something has happened with the AI when it comes to feeding the animals in the stables. Oh yeah. 38. Yeah, we have enough. So we're gonna go up to the Iron Age finally. And now we can do reinforced fortifications. Which just means that some of these towers will get slightly less shitty once we have the iron. Oh, cancel that. Yeah, I want to get the proper equipment in here. Because now we have new stuff that we have to build. So, metallurgy. Now we need blacksmiths. I'm trying to think of how many we're going to end up needing. Doing okay on coal. I cleared this out for a field, so I don't really want to put them there. But I think that we get the majority of our iron from over here. So right in here might be a good spot. Kind of right in the middle. Put it right up next to the field. Is that the right one? It's Bloomery, right? Yeah, because previously we were using pit furnaces. These are the guys that will smelt the iron and make the steel too. So we're going pretty balls deep on that. And then outside of that, we just need our mines. Pretty sure that's it. And if we wanted to, we have more over here that we could tap into. But I think that's fucking plenty. That's a lot. Yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna put one on that. So on top of that, we want charcoal pits. And that's one of the reasons why we go through so much wood. I'm gonna do one more bloomery. Cut down all this shit. We don't gather anything off of any of those trees. We'll save that for a little bit. Then what kind of field do we have here? We have a rye field. So we'll do a barley field right next to it. You bastard birch. I want to put it in as a solid field. I don't actually think it matters. I'm not really sure. There's a maximum size that you can do on the field. Not positive that it matters, but I'd like to get a whole field in there instead of being 2 plots short. Of course, 'tis the season as well, right? So I wonder if any of these guys have axes. Who the fuck has an axe? Somebody go cut that down right now. Immediately. And nobody listened to me. Fuck you guys. Fine, don't. Whatever. It's cool. Definitely want your iron. We no longer really need your tin though, do we? Damn. I am all out of copper ore. Intriguing. That's okay though. We do want your iron. Give him a little bit of meat, and then what? Bunch of wool. That'll work. Okay, now I did put a crafter in here. Okay, good. I deactivated all of the shit. I put the crafter in there because we can't do the good bows, or we couldn't do the good bows yet. So now we can get rid of the crafter, I think. I don't think we need him for anything at all anymore. Oh, nice, Luca. I haven't tried any of the Hitman. I've watched a lot of people stream it, though. Looks pretty good. Enjoy. Mostly looking for doggos. Or a bear. Our herds are doing really well. Too well, if anything. But yeah, I don't see any predators. Good deal. A couple of bears downstream, and that's about it. Seems like every time I say that, we get attacked by a bear, though. Somebody cut this fucking tree down? Seriously? How can I select that many people and nobody will cut that tree down for me? Bunch of dicks, that's what that is. So we're just waiting on some mud. We had plenty of leather. And then over here we've got a bunch of charcoal pits too, and they're doing okay work. Actually, I wonder if it wouldn't be better for me to put them on a high priority, or at least one of them on a high priority. I think that'd be the way to go. So I'll cancel those two. That still leaves 2 over here for them. And I had also forgot about piles. So we want to get the proper ore right next to these. So that one will be for charcoal. That one will be for iron ore. I think that's all we should need. Let's do another storage building. For the actual stuff that they're gonna be creating. Put that over there. And that might actually work out really well, because this is... Wait, no. That, I think, is our furthest, or our storage building that's the closest to that gate. So when they come in for weapons, we'll have plenty of them in here. And then they'll have less far to slowly walk to get over to that fucking gate. Yeah. I'm gonna set... let's go with 2 for now. 2 of those to high priority. We have no picks, huh? I'm sorry. I don't know how the hell I let that happen. Whoop. Wrong button. We're doing on axes. So we're doing well on everything else, that's fine. I leave that crafter in there just in case we didn't have enough ore, or we didn't have any ingots that are finished, and we run into a situation like that where we don't have any picks, because we can't go and get tin or iron ore or copper ore without a pick. There's no way to do it. All we can do is flint, and only off of stuff that we pick up off of the ground. So I keep an entire stockpile, rock stockpile, of just flint around, and then the crafter can at least give us some flint picks, and they'll at least get us back on track. Cut that fucking tree down, seriously. Probably not gonna happen until next season. Well, we shall persevere. Let's cut some of these down too. I just want to make sure that we don't cut down anything that produces sap. You're a sap. Because this is where we get tannin. But all the birches, I think it's birches, like firs, beech trees, those are all just junk trees. Just don't want to cut down any oaks. And then hopefully we'll be able to collect some from there too. We've got another spot over here where we've left a bunch of the useful trees. So we got a lot of our tannin from there. We just need that for leather. We don't really need a whole lot of leather anymore though. But I am slacking on one thing that we need leather for. Transports. Five more of those being put in. That should actually be the last of our leather, now that we've made all these bloomeries. Because I think every one of those requires leather for something. Oh, probably a bellow. That would make sense. Somebody cut the fucking tree. Let's find our goats here, too. So, old ones, I'm totally cool with that. I definitely don't want any of the young ones to be marked, though. I'm just gonna mark them for slaughter. Our herd's up to about 60. We have plenty of food, but we need stable space. We have 120 total, so we don't need a whole lot, but that'll mark 15, I think. There we go. Somebody's chopping some trees. Hey, wait a minute. Chop that one too. Damn it. Come on, old lady. Aw. I can't put tree chopping on high priority for some reason. Okay, I don't recall putting a storage hut there. If I have that one there, I don't really need this one. But that's the outdated version too. So now might be a good time for us to go back through, and any of them that are kind of close to empty, we'll want to upgrade them first so that we have less stuff to move. Damn, all of our storage huts are really fucking full, aren't they? What are you bringing us? So you brought baking? Well, I mean, I know I want your iron ore. I don't know if I really want baking all that much. They did bring picks, but they're bronze, so they're worth 15. It doesn't look like we've produced any spares. I don't know if we'll be able to afford all that, though. Yeah, we can. Thinking about fishing poles. Just to save a little bit of wool for later. That'll work. So we're doing good on iron. We don't have the bloomeries yet to process it, though. Oh, nice. We finally cleared that stone in here. What season are we in? Let's see, it's summertime. So we should be finished with this harvest. I'm pretty sure I can just remove that. That was a pea field. Put it back in as a complete field. I'm pretty sure that we just finished harvesting it. I hope so. If not, I just killed off a whole crop. Yeah, we are. We're currently in the middle of the veggie harvest. Then we got a lot of grains going. Nice, and they got that fucking tree out. So I want another grain field over here. And this is rye, so right next door will be barley. I've got a haystack there, so I don't think I'm going to put in another one. But I think we have enough room for our next stables here. Aw, what? I was able to put a full field in, and those can be there, but this one can't? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's lining up quite right, does it? Okay. So if the stable is in first, apparently it's okay. Just gotta do it on their terms. Well, fuck it, whatever works. We only have 8 logs, so I'm going to mark some of these, and then the next bit of wood that we're going to go for is a little further out. We're going to start cutting back the forest outside of our little valley. That's a shitload of wood. But once we get all these bloomeries in, I'm a little bit worried that we're not going to have enough charcoal. We need 1 ore and 1 charcoal for iron. And then it's 2 iron and I think 1 charcoal for steel too. I think steel is more efficient, but I'm not sure. It could be 2 and 2. Oh, before I forget, I want to go and change this so that only charcoal. Let's do iron on that side of the street, and then we'll do only charcoal on the other side, since it'll be a little bit closer to the pits. These 2 pits. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter at all. I'm gonna swap them actually. Give the people bringing the iron in a little bit less far for them to walk. Sweet. So to start off with, nothing but tools, sickles and iron picks, and then we'll have one of these working on probably just swords. 3-star and 2-star, because I'm pretty sure the bronze is 2 and 2, isn't it? Oh no, they're same. There's so the only difference is going to be durability. So nothing but tools until we get up to steel, and then we'll start working on steel weapons. Raiders! Pricks! Well, they picked a good side to attack us on. That's one of our strongest sides. Let's get our alarm going. I don't see anybody out here. Hopefully nobody's in any of the mines. Yeah, fuck them up. That's working out really well. Taking damage over here, and then they're splitting up, and some of them are going over there. Oh no. I hate it when I win because of a pathing error. That sucks. Because these guys should be engaging the towers and trying to get through the fence. They're just getting fucking slaughtered. It's pretty cheap. I don't like that. I'm actually kind of tempted to go through and delete all of their gear just to make it a little bit more fair. Yeah, that kind of blows. Guess we'll take the donation. So our next field is likely to go in here. That'll also be grain. And then I'm gonna try to hopefully line it up so that we can have a field here, one here, there, and then another one over here. And then any spare room in the middle, we'll just throw in huts and shit. We got 99 out of 104. It's time for huts right now. Roundhouses. They'll just go out in the orchard wherever we can fit them, if we can fit them. Not very flat at all, so I guess we're not going to get much play out of it. Bummer. Then after we get that field in between this field that goes here and this orchard over here, we'll go and chop down any junk trees because we do get tannin from the oaks. But anything like this beech can go. The chestnut tree is part of our orchard. And then we'll go and fill in between the field all the way down to the wall pretty much. Just leave enough room for some guard towers in case this ends up being a problem area. We'll fill all that in with additional housing too. Hopefully up to our 150 person limit. And maybe a little bit past that for extra prestige. Let's also go into spiritual. Now how many bones do we have right now? Shouldn't have many. Oh, we do. We have a lot actually. 27. Let's put some totems in though. I wonder if I should put... No, I want the building in first, don't I? I was gonna say, I wonder if I should put more field in up there before I put these in. Nope. I want these in first. Then we'll have to go and grab a stone at some point too. Not seeing a whole lot of unhappy people, but I want to make sure that I get them in there before I forget. Oh, nice. More picks. Unfortunately, the expensive-ass bronze ones. But welcome nonetheless. I need those bones, or at least some of them. Yeah, that'll work. Well, all the dirty ore we can get. So I don't really see any walls that have been attacked recently that aren't upgraded. I'm just gonna pick a couple of random ones. Little sections, and we'll get them upgraded. Exhausted another source of stone. It's okay, we got a shitload of them. Nice, they took both of those out, so now might be a good time for us to actually start working on a better wall here that comes across to give us just a little bit more room up on this hill for another field to plant eventually. Doing on... Oh, okay, yeah, I don't want to mark anything else for chopping until we get all this shit out. Let's see how we're doing on carts. We got 18 donkeys, 13 carts, but it doesn't look like they've actually completed these yet, so... No more carts until they get these 5 done. Then we're dead on. We have a donkey for every cart. Uh-oh, we're out of straw, and we are extremely low on grain. So I don't want to hesitate anymore. We might lose some animals. I wouldn't be too surprised if we did. We've got a little bit of food in there for them, but... We've got rye, then barley. Let's do one more for rye. Is that tree gonna be chopped? I don't think it is. Pretty sure that's one of the oaks that's gonna stay. That one's einkorn. This one will be emmer then, just to spread everything out. I'm gonna wait until we actually chop it though. That section and that section will be the next 2 to get chopped that are inside the walls. So that should help. This is a new field. That one's new. That one's new. We probably need to beef up the veggies too. We'll see how we do on the harvest. We're doing pretty good on veggies. So fruit trees and the fruit orchards, I'm going to start putting those outside of the walls. Just because they take up so much goddamn room. I don't think I'm going to put any orchards in our future settlement within the walls. They'll all go, like, outside, like, just across the way there. The bummer that I can't just tell them, chop down these chestnut trees and replant them. That'll make orchards a hell of a lot more useful. Yeah, we're out of grain, so we've got some sheep starving already. But we did make it through the winter. There's a couple of them that might die on their way over to get food and water, though. Because they've still got to go out, graze for a little bit, and drink something. How you doing, buddy? Nope, that might be it. Looks like we just barely got by. Come on, guys, plant stuff. We needs it. No more stables, though. When we get a little bit too high on our animal population, we're just gonna have to start cutting them down. Even if it's sheep. At this point, we just don't have enough people to harvest enough straw and grain. Buy your iron, buy your copper. Oh man. Composite bows are so fucking expensive, but they're so good. Son of a bitch, am I not producing copper or composite bows? Why do we have so many basic bows right now? Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna buy. Okay, and it looks like it used up all that bone on the new totems, so we'll see how far we get on cloth. Oh, good. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep a couple of those. Yeah, that'll work. Now, who the fuck makes our bows? I think it's these guys. I had them set up right. Sure that we throw a shitload of them in there. We have 131 bows, so a lot of our people must have the composite bows, but I want everybody to have them. I want to stop using the regular bows. Nah, we just get them when we hunt. Although in the early ages, I will buy any bone that they bring by. Because throw it on the end of a stick as a harpoon and you've got something that costs 2 and you can trade it off for 10. Okay, we're still not done with these walls, unfortunately. I would like to see stone quarries, too. We're cutting down some of that wood out there. Workload really is too high. What's it out right now? So we have 3 times as many jobs per person than we should. Workload's at like 300% right now. And a bear attack. It looks like just a lone single bear, huh? Okay. Oh, that's easy to take care of. Got him. I don't know if he made a kill or not. Yeah, I really do wish that we could milk and shear all of our sheep at a different time of year. But I don't know. It's just a lot of work. We got all of our fields that need harvested, but that's the same time of year that we need to shear the damn sheep, milk all the goats. Uh-oh. Hopefully we don't run out of stone. We should still have more deposits a ways out there. I put out a boatload of places for us to collect stone, though. At the moment, we've got about 50. So I'm just hoping that we have enough to upgrade all of those. All the remaining sections of wall. It's a big-ass wall, though, isn't it? Kind of looking around for secondary places that would be really good for us to get stone from, and I'm not seeing shit. Okay, over here would be really good. Set up a few collection points on that if we need it. That's about it. Over there, and then we've got some okay spots over here. Oh, that one would actually be really good. That one would kind of suck. It's only one. Let's go and get a couple of these stones prepped. We'll put them on this side of town, where we're putting in our new huts. And a wolf attack too, huh? Wait. I don't know who the wolf attacked. Oh, okay, it's going after one of our, some of our livestock. Wait, no. It isn't. Did it kill someone? Or one of our animals? I didn't see a message that anything died, just that the wolf attacked. Yeah, took care of it. Any pups or anything? Not that I see. Nope. Bummer, dude. I'm not sure at what rate the, because dogs, even if you don't go out and, like, domesticate them on purpose, you will kind of gradually acquire dogs. They just kind of come and join up. But I don't know what the rate is. Got a couple of predators over here. Hopefully nothing that we gotta worry about. Nice, we're up to 10 iron now. I'm gonna stockpile it for a little bit though. And then after attacks, because I don't know, so if I were to mark this for upgrade, they come and they tear it down, and then we just don't have a tower there until they complete it. So I think we'll leave up the completed towers that we have at the moment, and then when we replace them, we'll put in the reinforced towers. Oh, here we go. Iron as well as iron ore. And what else do we have that's worth a damn? We have a little bit of leather. We're gonna need that though. Bows aren't worth dick anymore. Shit. I'm running out of stuff to trade here. Oh wow, we are alarmingly low on cured meat. Meat in general. We're just running out of fucking food right now. I didn't notice that huge dip that we had going on. Rip. Still want to try to trade for this though. You can have our leather. I'll give you 10. I'll give you 20 of our dried skins. I'm not going to give him linen, so I think I'll make up for the rest of it with just a couple of fishing poles. And harvest season or not, we're going to go hunting. Deselect that guy because he's in a shit mood. Where are we going hunting? Probably this valley. Got a couple of herds. And a couple of predators. This valley over here is usually our other option, but it doesn't look like there's anywhere near as much stuff over there for us. Yeah, so we'll get those guys to group up. We'll go after the predators first, or at least we'll go after the closest predator first, and then we'll work our way over to the other predator and just kind of slaughter whatever the hell we can on our way over to the big herd. I need that meat, baby. We also need huts. It's the beginning of fall, so hopefully we'll have enough time here. I gotta set one of these roundhouses, at least one. Now I need several. How did we get so low on homes? Son of a bitch. I might just have to say screw it and start throwing them down, even though I haven't put the fields in to line them up yet. Yeah, I think I'll put a bunch of them in here. Getting a little bit low on stone all of a sudden. With all the stuff that I've been throwing in. Well, nah, we'll upgrade homes anyway. See if we can get them in. Yeah, back to hunting. Get dicked, bear. We'll get that, and then we'll just kill whatever's closest while we work our way over to this other side and try to get the adult cows if we can. A couple of our people are getting hungry already. Should be able to get a pretty damn decent haul of meat here. I just went and marked those just in case one of the adolescents is a little bit closer, because if we try to walk past them, we'll just end up spooking the herd. So whatever's closest, gotta go down. Yeah, those guys are seriously hungry and thirsty, so I'm gonna grab another group. Nice, doesn't look like any of them have debuffs yet. You guys all get formed up and start working your way out here. Damn, I'm seeing a lot of fields that didn't get planted. Not a good sign. Recycle that shit. Crap, I didn't even notice that in there. That kind of broke up our field a little bit. Damn it. Cut down that cherry tree too. Where's my group at? Oh nice, they're already all the way out here. Cool. Might be able to get these donkeys before they get out. No, they're moving right along, so we'll just keep trucking. Aw, shit. I didn't even see that. I had a cow just walk up to the damn hunting group. Go for that one. If you eventually get to kill aliens with plasma rifles in this game, be interesting. Be a hell of a long game, wouldn't it? And that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. It's a good game. Okay, we got one guy that's getting pretty damn hungry. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. Oh, no. They're refusing to hunt it for some reason. I've had that happen before, and I don't remember if saving and reloading did me any good. Any predators? I don't see any, so this will probably be the last thing that I make them go and do. Get that one, and then we'll get whatever kill we can on the way back home and call it a day. Yeah, they won't mark it. Huh. Interesting. Oh shit, now they won't even hunt that one. So, I guess that's it for that group. If we don't have any predators, then we'll just leave it be. There's a couple more stuff that we can get out there, but I'm hoping that that's enough meat to get us through. Oh man, our harvest was fucking terrible. Like, we just harvested our grain, we only have 18 grain. Well, there's a lot laying out on the ground, I think. I don't know if that counts toward that number or not. Shit. Not looking so hot, though. We're up to 35 and we still have fields to cut. Are we low on sides? No, we're doing good. We got about 55 sides. Shit. Just shit. Let's go and check for predators again, 'cause it's kind of important that we don't get fucked over on our hunt here. Oh no, did it all decay, or did they go and butcher it already? I mean, I do see carts with meat in them, but I certainly don't see a very high meat number up there. Buckles. I wonder if all of that meat just went bad, or the majority of it. You know what? I bet it did, because if we're low on knives, who the fuck's gonna go out and butcher it, right? Okay, so let's cancel these sickles. We still got 110 fucking bronze. Let's get you up to max. You just pump out knives. All day, every day. What else are we low on? Anything? No, just knives. Give me knives. Do it now. So I wonder if sticks is the bottleneck that we're running into there. Because we have a shitload of bronze, like we should be keeping up pretty well. Do we harvest anything out here? Just sticks. Let's get these and these marked for cutting. Well, we did get a decent amount of meat up on the drying rack. But I still feel like it's nowhere near what we should have had. Wow, we had a blizzard followed right afterward by a storm. Fuck, how are those huts coming? Okay, so in the meantime here, I'm gonna put more, but just the basic, good old regular hut. I don't think I can fit any more in here. Still got more trees to cut back over here. We'll see if we put in huts, if we can get just enough, even the basic places for people to stay. Put those up to high priority. I don't think we're going to be able to, though. We just don't have any straw for a roof. Because our capacity is 72? How the fuck? Can they not live in the houses that require repairs? There's no way we got that far behind. On homes. Looks like we might be on a downward trend. This is gonna be a cold fucking winter. People won't die from it, but yeah, that is what it is. Once they fall into too much disrepair, people can't even live in the damn things. Fuckles. Thankfully, we only need mud to repair that one. We've already got the roof taken care of, apparently. We're nearly through the winter. We've got about 20 knives. So maybe just consistent, smaller hunting parties then. Since we don't have a whole hell of a lot of people that can go and butcher at a time. And out little hit squads for big game if any of it's anywhere near us. Piggies. I think it's gonna have to be goats. But I don't know how I can select them. Crap. Till the end of the season when they get out of the stable. I guess what I could do is just kick out goats specifically. I don't know, let me think on it just a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna step away. Go for a quick restroom break. It'll take me about 2 minutes. And then we'll keep trucking. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Well, the only thing I can really think of is just to go back and make some flint stuff. But I think it's sticks that are our problem, because we need sticks for the handles and we also need so many of them for upkeep. So one of the things that we could do, go and find more places for us to gather sticks. Because we have shitloads of bronze. We have 3 different crafters that can make bronze tools. So that's pretty much got to be our problem, right? We've already got one there, but it's nearly exhausted. So let's put one in here. And bump it up to a couple people. Got a boatload of sticks out here where we just cut down all of that little forest. It's a little bit further out than I would like our people to go in that direction, but we need the sticks. We'll see how that all works out. Then we'll butcher goats at the end of the winter. Looks like we got one more bison way out there. Nobody's in a particularly good mood right now. I think we can get away with just like 3 or 4 people. Go ahead and take out that cow. I lost 3 animals so far. There's a trader. Got anything good? You don't. You dick. Like, we have the copper. We have the bronze. We still have 72 bronze. So we don't necessarily need to buy any more ore. I guess I'll buy your iron ore just to have it, though. Down to about 12. I think a lot of our problem is just not cutting enough trees down for sticks and logs. Hey, it's got a lot of good stuff, but we don't really need it right now. Let's see. We're low on meat, so I don't want to trade too many fishing rods, but you can have those. You can have that. We're doing well on clothing, so you can have that. I don't want to give them any linen. We need that for compound bows. We might be doing okay on leather. Okay, you can have these slings. Now I'm just throwing like old stuff at them. We'll give some of our old bows that unfortunately aren't worth much. Oh, never mind. We got a shitload of wool. Even though we don't need the slings or the bows, really. Rather just trade him 3 wool. I think I'm going to keep one of our fishing rods, too. That'll work. So we got the 2 little tiny groups going. We're nearly done with winter. We're losing a lot of animals. Damn it. Okay, fuck that one. It's going way out there. Crap, and now we have people dying of starvation and hypothermia because they had to go all winter without enough places to live. And I need to figure out what we need to fix that. So we did repair the one hut. It's these that need repairs. It's mud and straw are the 2 biggest problems. Just mud on that one. I'm going to bump both of those up to an extra person collecting mud. I'll put in a third one over here. Oh, I already have it. Bump that one up too. Because the mud's there for the taking. Just don't seem to be able to get enough of it for all the homes that we have now. Straw, though. Straw is kicking our ass. And then on top of all of that work, we need to chop down way more trees. We've got 18 donkeys, we have 11 carts, so I need them to finish out those carts that we've told them to build too. Okay, and I've got that patch of trees all marked for cutting. So that'll be good. Do we collect anything from these? Doesn't look like it. Mark all that shit too. And I see a predator. I'm not going to take that hunting party any further. Just have him go and kill him. What are you guys up to? Oh, okay, they were out here butchering that, that other big cow. Down to 98. Okay, there we go. Now we've repaired enough homes that we're not quite as fucked. We either repaired them or we built some of the new ones. I can't believe how low that dipped though because of maintenance. I get down really low. So I think I don't really have any choice but to mark these new fields for high priority, which will exclude them from doing some other things, but we really need it. So there were those, and then these over here. Not the flax, though. We can live without flax. We can't really live without thatch, apparently. Thatch is the real MVP at the moment for us. And then goats. If I can find one to click on. Here, a goat. And I just want to make sure that none of the youngins are in this group. Mark those for slaughter. That'll take us down to 36 goats. And it looks like I'm going to have to mark about 10 sheep too. But I'll wait until the next season so that we can get as many of these sheared as possible. We got raiders, baby. The biggest group that we've had so far. 20 plus some spares that it didn't highlight. Damn, that sucks. Do we have any breaches in the fence? If we do, then I want to make sure that we micro where everybody goes a little bit more closely. I don't see any though on this side. Some cows over there that will probably have somebody go hunt soon. Little boy, are you fucking mental? Run. Run, dummy. You guys sprint over to here, please. They might split up and go for this open gate here, I'm not sure. Nope. Definitely concentrating on that one area, so we want all of our warriors. Oh god, really? One fucking guy? One dude made it over to that gate. You moving over to there. It's really so annoying. All these people And none of them can sprint for some reason. Okay, now that they've taken out the towers, looks like they're gonna move toward the gates. There we go, there's our breach. Look at all that. Fucking idiots. Oh, that's a big group. We're totally outnumbered. They're just cutting our people down. Fuck, man. What's the point of the alarm, honestly? Looks like these towers finished off this entire group, though. I would imagine this set of towers will have equal success. Old woman, what the fuck are you on? Well, screw it. Dig in, I guess. Yeah, this group's gonna inflict some pretty heavy casualties. All these people in the wrong places. And they won't sprint. Jesus, we lost a lot of people. So we've got 8 at least over here. Oh, looks like the crazy old lady over here did survive, though. That's good. Let's open up our gates. Turn off the goddamn alarm that didn't do us much good. And get our defenses built back up. To banish, I don't know, they're very different. I think there's a hell of a lot more depth to Banished. This is more casual, I suppose. But they're both good games. I played a whole lot of Banished, so we've talked about that a lot. Like, people seem to immediately think that it's going to be very similar, but... And I mean, that was why I bought it. I assumed that it was going to be very similar as well. But all in all, I mean, it totally stands on its own. It's its own game. And it is newer, so unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot to it yet. The developer did put up a roadmap, and it looks like they're going to continue adding in content once they have made a little bit more progress on stability. So that'll be definitely welcome. I might have to make some iron knives, even though I don't want to. See how much we're going to spend on guard towers for over here first. Aw, shit. Forgot to hold shift. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like, if I had to pick one or the other and I'd never played Banished before, I would go Banished. But with all the hours that I've put into Banished so far, I would go with this game. Just because it's new, you know? If I had to pick one to play for the rest of my life, it'd be Banished over this one at the moment. But nothing new is going to be added to Banished. At least it doesn't seem like it. Colonial Charter is very good, though. And there's always the Mega Mod. So mods are kind of keeping that one alive. We did a fairly recent revisit to Banished in anticipation of this game releasing. And it's still a really fun game. But eventually, I mean... I don't know, once you've defeated the RNG and kind of got a handle on the game, it kind of loses a little bit of its draw. But as far as how much time you can put into playing on the same map, you're going to get a way longer single playthrough from Banished than this one, I think. Still some balancing stuff that needs worked out, a couple of stability issues, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the developer does add, though. Because it's really not bad at all for a brand new release. It's only been out, what, a little over a week now, I think. But it does feel like there's a complete lack of late game. And not much in the way of, like, I don't know. It'd be nice if there were other cities. Put some, you have a trader that kind of randomly shows up, and that's really the limit of the economy. Like, that's the entire economy, is occasionally trading with some dude who shows up every now and then. You don't have any way to send people out. There's no other factions on the map or anything. You just get random raids occasionally. Right now, this map actually has a bug, so I'm just moving over to this corner here because it's been a while since I checked. I want to make sure that none of our traders died over here and left anything that we need to delete. But it looks clear, because otherwise our people will try to trek all the way across the map to go and gather it. Beautiful game, though. Like, if you want the perfect game for me, give me these looks and mechanics, the way that this game plays, with all of the options that RimWorld has, and with the modding support that RimWorld has, and bam, you got the next, like, humongous game. But it's not there at the moment, unfortunately. We are fucking starving to death, dudes. We's gonna die. Gotta get people over there to hunt, and then we gotta pray that our 21 knives are put to good use. So we got a little bit behind on the knife production, apparently. No way around it, though. We gotta get our asses over here and start killing shit. Even that group's not gonna work out. Everybody's already too hungry. They're gonna starve to death in the middle of the hunt. Fuckles. Now, if we had a bunch of hostile stuff, then we could, like, over here. They won't run. They want to fight it out, so see if we can get another group to go over and start working on that. And then that group that I just sent out, I'll probably just have them kill that one thing. Well, I'll probably change them to a better target, but we'll just have them kill one thing. Give them a little bit of extra time to get over here. Because I'm pretty sure 2 of those guys are going to die. Yeah, I can't really justify it. There's just not enough meat unless we come out here and slaughter all this shit. And we don't have enough knives to really do it, so see if we can find them a better target. I think I'm actually going to have them come over and help out with this shit. Let's have them go after the bear. And hopefully the 2 that are really hungry will be okay. And then I want to go over to this one that I marked. Cancel that task just to make sure that nobody ignores me and continues on to go and hunt. Well, there goes somebody dying of starvation trying to come out and get something. Balls. Now we do know that it'll even out. It's just a shit time in our neighborhood right now. We're gonna get a little bit of meat out of slaughtering our goats. Not a whole lot though. We gotta mark sheep too. This is a terrible season for us to add any additional work, like even making them go and butcher stuff. So we're gonna take a dip here, unfortunately, until we get our next harvest. Maybe we'll get lucky and have a good trader. Gonna be pretty fucking rough here for a second, though. Oh no, they hopped in the water, you dicks. Hurry up. Need you to kill that bear before you die of starvation. What's up, Dom? Welcome back, man. Yeah, we have no food. Not even playing. Good shot. Need these guys to get out of the fucking water so they can fight that bear. A little bit. The pathing could use a little bit of work. Most of it makes sense though. It's really not that bad, but it could use a little bit of work. Like it all, even when it does go awry, it does make sense. So like with that trader, that's just a bug that we've only run into on this map. For some reason, there's a, and it might actually be cleared up because I haven't seen anything, except for the first time that we went to look. So if somebody dies over here, even if they're not part of our faction, the stuff that they leave on the ground will eventually be worked into a queue, and it just kind of goes through all of these tasks. These are upcoming tasks. So somebody dying way out here, even though our people can't survive getting all the way out here, picking up the whatever they dropped and getting all the way back home, eventually it'll work its way up to the top. And it took me a while to figure that out, like what the fuck they were doing, because we would have people like starve to death out, you know, right here, or die of dehydration in here, because it's just such a long fucking walk to get out there. So that would be a pathing issue, because they should have some sort of a safety check. Like they should have some idea of like how far can I actually make it, you know, before I'm just gonna die on the trip. But they really don't, you know. So just little shit like that. It's really not that bad though. There's not a whole lot of examples. I think I'm gonna save up and just go for iron, because we can bake bread at the hearth. Damn, what are we low on? Well, other than food, like all of our people are dying of starvation right now. We're definitely low on a lot of things. Food is number one amongst them. And then, I don't know, the interface like this whole system for the workload and active tasks could definitely be reworked. I would prefer any other method. This system kind of blows. So like these are all build tasks, they can be canceled. We can get rid of all of that shit. But then the problem is, if they were in the middle of building like a brand new tower, I canceled one of them, so I just gotta find it. Or like, okay, say that they were in the middle of building this, and I told them I want you to build a fence here, and then I go into that queue and I cancel all that stuff out because I want it recycled into the list. It's not how it works. It goes and just removes the fence that you just put down. So one of the at least one of these towers that I put in for replacement will no longer be being built anymore, because I've gone and tried to streamline what they're doing in the queue. I think it was this one right here, actually. Should be a tower being built right there, a new one. And same with all the rest of the buildings, like if they were in the middle of building huts or storage buildings, you know, production buildings, any of that stuff, it just disappears and they'll no longer do it. So that really makes this just a hair shy of useless, you know? Not worth. But we shouldn't be completely down and out. It's just gonna... We're just definitely gonna have a dip in population. Eventually we'll get down to where we'll be ahead again and we'll have enough food for the remainder of the people to survive. Holy shit. Why on earth do we have so much water? I have a production limit of 20. We have 81 fucking water on hand right now. That makes no sense. Yeah, you can select people. Oh, in that menu? No. No, it's very basic. All you can really do is right click to cancel a task. And you can't even like move a task to the front of the list or anything. So like all these sheep that are eventually going to be or goats down here that will eventually be slaughtered, all these fishing tasks, I have no good way of putting them up to the top other than like destroying all these buildings that I've told them to put down. So that fucking sucks. But, I mean, for the beginning of the game, it works fine. And really, we didn't run into any of those issues until we started getting into the maps where you have to get your population up to about 150. you just don't seem to be able to produce enough straw for the upkeep for all the buildings. And then that leads to not having enough homes, and then that leads to people being less efficient because they're angry, so they have to go and pray more often, and it's just kind of a spiral, like when your cat dies in Dwarf Fortress. So I definitely don't think that it's something that won't be worked out, but at the moment it's just a little clunky, and it leads to some definite unexpected side effects, and maybe some unfair disadvantages occasionally. So what I'm hoping for now is that it'll cycle through to a season where we don't have too much going on, like in the winter. We just plant vegetables, and then I'm hoping everything will get a little bit more caught up, and gradually it'll build back up and it'll all even out. It's not like a death spiral, like in Dwarf Fortress when that cat dies. Like, that's the end of your fucking town. Like, it's just a domino effect, and that you can just watch it all crumble if you want, but there's nothing you can really do to pull out of it. In this game, I mean, they get upset when people are dying, they get upset when they don't have a very diverse diet, but all they do is go over and pray, so eventually it will even out. And then we'll start climbing our way back up. Oh, I love Dwarf Fortress, and I've really been having the itch to play it. After we're done with this map, we're gonna go play some more... oh, fuck me. We're gonna go play some more Lord of Dwarves, which is somewhat similar. I had a bunch of ore being stored over here in this rock pile, but it shouldn't be there. It should be closer to our production buildings. Unfortunately, I cannot say I just want a rock pile for rock, so I have to wait for somebody to come out and build it, and then I have to work my way back over there and make sure that I configure it properly after I've put it down. Yeah, this one too. Fuck that one up too. Whoopsie. I didn't get a whole lot of play out of adventure mode. I tried it a couple of times. The first time that I tried it, I thought it might be a fun way to clear out a tower that I was having a problem with. I had like this really nice village going, but it was way too close to a necromancer's tower, and I got fucking spanked. That guy kicked my ass. I haven't really played with too much of the adventure mode though. It's been a while since I've gotten a Dwarf Fortress, and I've had the itch several times, but there's just so much to it, you know? It takes a little too long for me to get back into the swing of it, so I usually go like a year, and then I'll go and just buckle down and relearn it all. But I think we're gonna have to throw in a playthrough of it sometime. Not exactly sure when. We're doing well on spears. It's knives that we kind of needed. But I definitely want to make sure that we get as many sickles as we can. So, I probably ought to keep that beer. Yeah, I will. Thankfully, we don't need much in the way of clothing, because everybody's dying. So we'll just trade off a shitload of that wool. Which is why I usually keep such a big-ass herd of sheep. But I don't know if we're going to be able to feed them. I think another limitation, so like a sickle. Like the progression of tools doesn't make much sense. In a couple of ways. So this is a sickle. And a sickle is just a handheld blade, very short, that you use to chop, or call it a reaping hook or whatever, I guess, apparently over here too, that you use to chop, like wheat. Now, that was quickly replaced by the scythe, which could cut down far more wheat. Wait a minute. Apparently I typed it wrong. As far as like in one, you know, motion, like a scythe. Long handle, much larger blade, much more that you harvest or that you cut in one go. And that's not how the game works. Eventually, when you work your way out of sickles to a scythe, you're still only cutting one plant at a time. And I don't know if you cut it any faster, but your tool does last longer. So something like that would make logical sense to be part of the progression. And previously, one of our issues was that they were having problems picking up all of the stuff that was on the ground. So even if you have way too many fields and you're able to plant it and you're able to harvest it, the logistic system just didn't work out how to pick it all up. But it does seem to be doing better for some reason. Yeah, and way less back problems. Definitely true. Play Pharaoh first to ease ourselves in. I didn't get the impression that Pharaoh was very similar to Dwarf Fortress, is it? Because your search history is so embarrassing? Oh, I'm sorry. Shit, I was apparently building something here and I canceled it, and I have no fucking clue what it was. Oh, maybe not. For some reason the field just didn't extend far. Weird. Oh well. Okay, so another thing that we can do to kind of stave off starvation. I want more fruit trees. Start out with some service trees. It takes a while for these to actually pay off, but they are easier for our people to harvest. Because you don't have to constantly go out and maintain them. Once you've planted them, they have to grow, and then you can go out and pluck your fruit. So they're good, but they take up a hell of a lot of room, which is why I'm putting them outside of the wall. God damn it. Put those in. That'll help a little bit. And then veggies, which means I need more room for more fields. And those will help us stave off hunger as well. Do we collect anything out here? Doesn't look like we do. So as long as we're not collecting anything off of them, I want to cut down all this stuff that's going to be in the way for us to put in another field here and 2 more over here, hopefully. And at the moment, we're actually doing well on sticks and logs. So hopefully that won't fuck us. What do we need? Yeah, we just need straw. God damn. The oxen combine harvester. There you go. Exactly. Takes a lot of knowledge. It does. I think it'd be great though if, you know, if we could work some way to put the animals to work in the field rather than just hauling carts. Like, there's a lot of room for improvement on the base mechanics that they have in the game, and I think that the base mechanics are pretty fantastic, honestly. It just gets a little clunky. Actually, 70 is probably about where it starts. 70 to 100. That's kind of the hardest part for me. Because by then you need a lot of area, you need a lot of defenses, you have a lot of houses, and I don't know, the maintenance seems just a little bit too high. Seems somewhat imbalanced. Like, you've never ever got an excess of like straw. And it's such a weird bottleneck for straw to be so important. It is important, but, I mean, give me an option to just fucking plant tall grass for thatch, you know? Increase the amount of things that people can hold depending on the thing. Like, if somebody can only hold one wool outfit, okay, how much does a wool outfit weigh? A full-on wool outfit, you know, coat, shirt, pants, everything that they would wear in the time. How how does that equate to how much dried straw you can hold, you know? That kind of a thing. But, I don't know. It's probably a real bitch to balance a game out for early game and late game without some sort of a transition into another, you know, totally different mechanic for doing the same thing later on. Such as the sickle, going from the sickle and then into the scythe. I don't know... Yeah, it doesn't look like they need any kind of a tool to go and plant, which is fine. But it does end up being a little bit weird that you can plant so much shit and you can harvest so much shit, but the logistics just won't allow you to move that much shit. Eventually. For daylight savings time? I guess. I mean, it just happens. Deb told me this morning that that was going on today, and I actually forgot until you mentioned it, so I guess I'm not very ready. Oh, how does that work in the game? I don't think they have to worry about it. Pretty sure that they get up whatever they need to. So unfortunately, people are still dying of starvation, but our best bet is just to let them plant as much as they can, and then in the off season, hopefully we'll have enough knives and enough people left that we can go and do, well, and enough opportunity for us to go and do some pretty heavy hunting to get us through until the harvest. But next season we're going to harvest veggies. Hopefully that'll help out too. And I'm still kind of keeping my eye open for anything that's close by that's not going to run. Like, those are somewhat close by and they won't run. But I don't want to send a hunting group out that's just going to die of starvation. So we've kind of got to get them back up to where they need to be with cultivation. And then I guess we can mark some sheep too. I'm just going through here to knock out any of the young'uns. Sheep are primarily for wool for us, and we trade that wool, but right now we need the grain for our people. So I need sheep, and then I need goats. And as long as you're not in that first group, you're fine. If you are in that first group and you're not young, you're fucked. But the downside of that is it all goes into the same queue. So now that I've marked all that, that's like, what, 40 more things that have to be worked through in the queue. Yeah, I don't know, I could kind of see it working out in a game like this, but crop rotation, even in Banished, is kind of a pain in the ass to go through and click on each crop. I think the reason that they didn't do it in this one is that even though this is all a field of the same shit, it's basically just a collection of independent fields. Little, you know, singular fields. But I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the time, really, to say, like, as far as accuracy, where things should be. We're all the way down to 60 fucking people now. RIP. I guess I could deactivate some buildings, too. To kind of try and cut down on the amount of stuff that they have to do. Ah, finally, somebody bringing us some proper food. And some bronze knives. But now we're actually getting caught up on the knives. Far fewer people than we had before, don't we? You can have all that. Have all this bone, because I think we're done with totems for now. For a little while, anyway. And 2 of our cloth. You're right, we do have more animals than people at this point. And it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse until we start into the harvest season. Oh! Oh! That's no good. under attack. And the attacks don't give a fuck, like, how many problems we got. So this is still over 20 people coming in to attack us. We probably don't even have enough people to man the towers. But no, it looks like we're doing pretty good on the towers. They attacked from an advantageous angle for us this time, thankfully. If they'd come in from another side, it would have been a little bit more dire. Thankfully, they're hitting us on one of the sides that we actually have upgraded a bit. Of course, all of our towers need a maintenance, so they're just gonna crumble. That's another thing that I really wish we could do something about. Our watchtowers are dog shit. I don't know if they get a range bonus or what, but something needs to change with the towers. They're just shite. Lost 2 people so far, 4 people now. 5 people. And still counting. Yee, that was bad. Bad. I don't know, that might be a wipe. We might be fucked. We might not be able to recover from this one. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh shit, apparently we weren't done. Any other attackers that I hadn't noticed? No, I don't think so. We just went from 100 people down to 40 freaking 6. We'll see how it goes. Still a decent sized tribe, but now I just don't know if they'll be able to keep up with the maintenance on all the buildings that we had for the higher population. I don't know, I think it got nailed hashtag might be more appropriate than nailed it. Somebody's got to get their ass out there to collect all that stuff or it's just going to decay. I wouldn't be surprised if all of it did, honestly, with all the tasks that we have right now. I don't see anybody harvesting now. Got all those fields of crops just going to waste because of an attack. Yeah, no dead cats, that's true. It's one issue from Dwarf Fortress that we don't have to deal with. It's funny too, I lost one of my best Dwarf Fortress playthroughs to a cat dying. Hadn't noticed the little shit it bonded. And I had it up in the front of my death trap because they can see in the dark. So I needed it up there to get goblins. Did I just have a hut like poof? I think a hut just died over here. So if we don't maintain them for long enough, apparently they just crumble. That's wonderful. So yeah, Goblin did show up and killed the cat, and the cat was bonded, and that started a big old death spiral. I think I had well over 100 dwarves. Finished all the defenses, had people in automated training rooms, all kinds of good stuff on that one. RIP. I still love the game though. I would tell them to go down and pick up that gear, but I'm a lot more concerned about all of these fields. It's halfway through the season, and nobody is harvesting a goddamn thing. Cutting down trees, though, so that's that. So that's something. need the wood, but at the moment, not as much as we need grain. Got all that grain, got all this fruit to harvest. Nobody's touching the fields. Is it pretty good, Luca? That's awesome. Priorities, I know, right? We even have the important fields at high priority. And I'm not sure how exactly that mechanic works. I don't know. Because it kind of seems like they just shuffle it in. It's not exactly in the order that you place stuff. But placement does have something to do with it. And then when you change seasons and high priority stuff comes along, it seems like they still have a number of things that they need to complete. And they cannot be asked to change the system. Like, we still haven't even slaughtered all of our sheep. So we've got all these people starving, and we've got all of our sheep marked for slaughter. Nobody's even got around to it yet. Rip, there goes all those fields. Motherfucker. But we'll see where it levels out. Down to 50 now. Plenty of places for everyone to live. Well, depending on how many of them have degraded completely. It's like most of these huts over here are fucked. Because we can't get straw. And then when we do have animals, since I can't tell them feed them grain, we use up all of our straw immediately in winter to feed all of the animals. So then the houses go unrepaired anyway. No, Nezo, I never did hear from them. Bark bread. Oh shit. That's helping absolutely nothing. Fuck me. I had gates closed, and I hadn't noticed. Kinda surprised we didn't have more people dying. I think everyone's been using this open space here. Shit. Yeah, we don't have straw or grain, so the herds are fucked. They didn't go and butcher anything as far as I saw. How disappointing. I'm curious here. I don't think it matters much at this point, but we have noticed some differences on fresh load, so I'm curious if I just leave and come back in, if maybe it'll calm it down a little bit, get us back on the right track. Can't verify that because we also had gone from version 1.0.2 to 1.0.3, but when we loaded up the same game, we were doing far better. So we'll give it a shot. Fuck it. See how it goes. Looks like this hut's gonna poof next. No, I haven't really had any crashes. I can't think of any that we've had. There may have been one, but if there was, it was just the one. Could probably pull that. It's got one damn plant there. We're gonna lose all of our herds, I would imagine. And I don't even know if they can go and butcher them now that they're in the stables. I'm pretty sure that we lose out on all that meat and everything. So maybe now that the season's over, maybe the rest of them that die we can butcher, but I don't know. That'll get us by a little while longer. Definitely want your straw. How are we doing on knives now? Got about 20? Yeah, we didn't even shear any sheep that season. So we're kind of low on stuff to pay for all this stuff with. We'll get that. No, it's been very stable. I guess a lot of people were having rare crash issues. Because that's been mentioned in every single patch or anything that we've seen so far. Wow. Wolves are getting ballsy, aren't they? Well, we'll see how they do. Okay, so since we have fewer people, I'm going to take a couple of these outer fields and set them to normal priority. I wonder if I should just take them all off of high priority to cycle through the other shit. Because, yeah, getting all the planting in is important, but then if we have so much shit going on that we can't harvest it, maybe I'm just shooting myself in the foot, you know? That'll take a lot of it off of high priority. Let's take these off of high priority. It's nowhere near as important now. I'm going to take the dudes that make the bows off of high priority. I'll leave the stables on high priority for sure. I think I'll leave the metalsmiths for now too. Take that one off. And we'll see if it helps. I don't know if it will. The hope is that I'm freeing up enough people for the harvest though. Because, like, we've got all these fruit trees that are mature now. So even if we don't get the planting in, hopefully they can at least take care of some of it. And people will go out and harvest some stuff and milk all these fucking goats and all that. We're staying nice and even at about jack shit for food now. Look at that, though. Went whoop, all the way down all of a sudden. Thank you for the follow, Rossum. Welcome. What's our workload actually at? 400%. Oh god, look at all that. That's all maintenance tasks. Fucking ridiculous. We'll give it a little while longer though. See if it evens out. We were able to bounce back last time this happened. Basically the same situation. We got up to about 100 people, then all of a sudden we had so much shit going on that nothing was actually getting completed and done. And we got down to about 45, I think. It was really bad. But then we were able to climb our way back up. And I would go and get rid of these fucking towers, but if I get rid of the towers, then we're gonna lose everybody on the next attack. We really need as many as we can get now. Because they do progressively get worse and worse, and we are in the Iron Age, so they're coming in with iron and steel weapons. Pretty much kicking the shit out of us. Some armor would be nice, but I don't know when it would be, like, feasible for, because first it would be padded armor, right? People started using padded armor to, protect themselves from arrows. But, I don't know, I feel like, by the time, like, bronze is an alloy, so by the time the Bronze Age came around, there should be some sort of a helmet and armor available. Go ahead and grab steel making, which really won't change much, but now we can get these guys set up. I want 2 of them on knives, swords, and spears. And then I want 1 of them on tools. And then all of these buildings over here are only going to do steel. Oh, let's get a look at that. Yeah, it's the exact same price for steel or iron. We do need some iron because we can't use steel to reinforce stuff, which is kind of silly, but so I'm going to leave one of them just producing the odd iron occasionally. I want all the rest of them to work on steel. Then as far as the metalsmiths that deal in the bronze, they'll make our tools. So weapons will all be out of iron, hopefully, and eventually tools will all be done with bronze. Until we start to get low on copper. And occasionally when we get low, if we have the steel or the iron, we'll throw a couple of steel tools up there to supplement the bronze stuff. To be honest, though, I'm way more worried about food at the moment. We're gonna have an issue with clothing, too, because people are fucking assholes and just leave it on the ground all over the place. 3 perfectly good outfits right there in one pile. What are you packing? We want that, if we can afford it. I think that's about it. But I certainly don't have much to trade you for it. Could go for a little bit of extra stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna. Just need something worth $1 that we don't really need all that much. Yeah, you can have that flint. First time that I've traded flint. I just saw another house poof. It's like that one's about to go too. Our capacity went from like 120 or 30 down to 80 now because our houses are just unlivable. So the next step, if that doesn't work out, would just be to start removing fields entirely. Man, even with all of our prestige stuff, only 2 people want to move in. They're like, well, you can't feed anybody, so we're just gonna take a pass on that. We're gonna have to say thanks, but no thanks. Alright, I'm seeing a little bit of harvesting going on. We might have stabilized. Food's definitely on an upward trend again, finally. But can we bounce back? I don't know, probably not. Seeing way too much going on with our herds. I guess we could slaughter all the sheep. Excuse me. Not the sheep. Slaughter all the goats. Get them queued up for it anyway. Because if I have to choose between one or the other, I would rather have people be a little bit more pissy because they don't have milk than not be able to feed the sheep and then not have anything to trade. So I'll mark them. Oh, we got another milestone somehow. Advanced defense. So I think that... Is that our last one? Or do we have 2 more to get? Oh, no, we have 2 more. We need 20 steel swords, and then we have to get up to that 150 That was our main goal for the whole playthrough, though, so far. Try and get up to the 150. Raider attack. Well over 20 people on this one. And do we have anybody out there? Maybe gathering stuff? We don't. We do have a wolf out there. Well, let's see how this goes. This could be the end. It still amazes me how garbage those towers are. Damn. Down to 45 people. They were able to come around and take out everything over here. Actually, no, we hadn't even rebuilt those, so they just had an easy way in. I guess they should have shut all the gates. I didn't think it'd matter a whole lot, and probably, honestly, didn't matter a whole lot. Let's get a new reinforced gate put in there. They didn't even have to bust out any of our walls. We'll get our alarm off. Make sure that all of our gates are open, just in case anything did get closed. Down to 45 fucking people. Ugh. Yeah. All that stuff that we traded for is just sitting out on the ground. Oh, there goes another hut. Poof. Not looking good. 4 fucking grain, huh? Terrible. Just terrible. What are you bringing? Okay, well, we have to buy that and that. But I just don't see how we're going to afford much else. Buy that little bit of food off you, though. I think I'm slightly less frustrated when we do get into a spiral like that than I am when people die of starvation while we have a shitload of food, though. And while animals are dying with plenty of food available, too. But I don't know, it seems like the repair and the maintenance, eventually there's just too much stuff. Like, the new part of town will do fine for a while until it requires maintenance, and then they just cannot seem to keep up. You need straw for just way too much in this game. Oh my god, we're losing, like, production buildings and shit now, too. Look at all this bronze that was in storage, and now it's just sitting on the ground. So I do not know. I don't think we're going to be able to bounce back, honestly. I'm a lot less optimistic. We've gone, what, 3 seasons, and I really haven't seen much in the way of improvement. Bummer, dudes. I think we just need one more level of control, though. If we could, like, even in Banished, this kind of a thing would be extremely common if we weren't able to micromanage the field so efficiently. Like, you really got to be in your A game when it comes to what you harvest and when you harvest it. And there's no real way for me to force them out to harvest all of that and then to have them go out and get it. We can do it, but then you've got like your entire civilization devoted to picking up one thing at a time. We'll see though. Let's give them like 1 or 2 more seasons. See where we end up. We're staying pretty steady. Food's definitely doing better. But we're losing all of our fucking buildings, and that's gonna come back and bite us in the ass because all of the things that were in like our storage huts, I can't prioritize the repair of one particular thing over another. And there's no way that we're gonna get enough thatch for all this shit, I don't think. But I think if the maintenance thing were just not a thing, like if it were just something that somebody had to come over and do that didn't have a resource requirement, then I think a lot of our issues with bigger civilizations would be taken care of. And I've heard of people that have gotten up to like 200 or 300 people, but I really have a hard time believing it. There have been people that have stopped by the channel to say like, oh yeah, I've got 280 people in mine, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna need a screenshot from now on, I think. Because it's very consistent for us. At 70 you hit a hurdle, and then by the time you get up to 100, you really got a beeline for that additional population. You'll believe it for money? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it's possible, but I would like to see what their setup is. Because there's got to be a trick to it that I just can't figure out. And I want to know what that is. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to mark goats again. Really cut down on that herd because we've got 40 goats and it's costing us sheep and donkeys. We just don't have anywhere near the amount of grain that we need to feed them all. I'm debating whether to put a limit of like 0 or 5 on bread, so that we stop using any of our grain for anything other than the remaining animals. Damn it. Oh, that pisses me off so bad. And I still haven't seen anybody really coming out to pick up all this shit. Look at that. Got iron stuff. We got a bunch of expensive ass composite bows. Bummer. Two new suckers came to join the settlement. We're gonna lose all of our wool outfits. Look at that. Ugh. Yeah, we ended up we pretty much started on this, and then we just kind of expanded this way so that we could get more fields in on either side. Then when we got to the Metal Age, we started to expand the town over this way. We need to get up to 150 people, so it's not a matter of expansion, it's a matter of enough, clear enough logistics for them to be able to repair all that stuff. Then we ended up all the way over here. This is all of our new metal stuff. We've just been putting fields in wherever we can fit it. Why wouldn't our fields be inside the wall, though? The wall doesn't require maintenance. Oh, I guess it does occasionally. It's the fucking stuff that needs thatch that's the problem. I want the fields to be as absolutely close to the places where they're supposed to be storing stuff as possible. Well, I don't see how you have a point. I mean, learn to play. Shut the fuck up. Peace. I mean, I know you haven't been here from the beginning, but you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Move along. I don't know, we're slowly bouncing back. It's getting there. Oh, fuck. We just had 10 goats born. I want to mark more of them. Not the youngins, though. Just the older ones. See if I can find another big patch of them. You a youngin? That one can be marked. Any other big groups? I don't see any. So we should be okay. Zoodall, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to the stream. Whoever did that saved your life. Sorry, Nezzo. No, some people are just like that. Like, oh, the problem is that you know, built all the stuff that you needed. Yeah, that's what it is. Just tear down half of your stuff and then you'll be fine. I wasn't here to actually see you needing all of these houses and expanding when you got up to your capacity and ended up building this huge thing, but obviously I know better than you. I've never even played the game, but no, it's just backseaters. What are you gonna do? For the most part, it doesn't bother me. Like, come at me with constructive stuff. I'm totally willing to discuss any kind of a strategy. It's never ever bothered me, honestly. But when you just come in and say, oh, I did that wrong, it's like, what are you talking about? Give me a reason. Like, why would I want my fields to be further away from all of this stuff? What does building all of the walls that we have anything to do with starvation? Like, you're just a fucking idiot. Run along. Move along. Nothing to see here. I might have to give him some flint, but I'm gonna trade him as little as possible and see if I can even it out. There we go, babe. That'll work. We don't need any ore, though. Faux show. Do need people to go and pick all that up. Come on, guys, harvest. If for no other reason than the thatch. Okay, let's try something. See if we, like, totally micro this. Nah, it's just so inefficient. I'm gonna make you go and harvest that. Can you harvest? You go harvest that. Oh, here's a good way that we could do this. Everybody is gonna do work. You are all responsible for one field now. At least until we get back on our feet. No, we had about 100 people. And then we hit this huge shortage of straw. And we weren't able to maintain our buildings. And then it's just been all going to shit. So now we're down to 50. It started at that, and then our workload with all of the repairs just got so high that we weren't able to pull out of it. But I'm hoping if we can force them to cut it down and get the straw that we need before all the rest of these buildings go poof, and before we lose all of our clothes and stuff that's on the ground, then maybe we can recover. Wow, out of all these people, only one of them has the tool, has a sickle, and can go and chop that. That sucks. Oh man, now we got buildings over on this side that are poofing. Shit. And I would just have them build new ones, but it's cheaper for us to maintain the ones that we have than it is to build new, so I don't see that as a very good solution. Like, this was all houses in here, they've all poofed. This was storage buildings, they're gone. Let's deactivate some of these, just to get them out of the queue. Give them less stuff to even think about. So we've still got 3 of those, we've got 2 of these. These guys are working on tools, but in normal priority. These 3 are all doing the same thing. Well, depending on where they attack from, we are fucked. We might be slightly not fucked. Probably fucked, though. We're just starting to bounce back a little bit. Towers are fucking garbage in this era. Wow, look at all that freaking wall that they tore out. We lost 6 more people and 3 doggos. Bummer. Yeah, that's not looking so good. I think we're maybe just a couple of raids away from them hitting one of our weak spots and having that final wipe. We got it all queued up, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in them actually finishing it. Like, they haven't even put up the wall over here, and I didn't put in towers. They did get the gate in, but they didn't finish up any of these towers. We just don't have enough people anymore. Bummer, man. I think we gotta restart on this one. Sucks. Oh, I'm sure it's outrageous. It's at like 500%, I wouldn't be surprised. 253. Lower than I thought. Yeah, it's outrageously high. I don't know, tear fields out so that they don't bother with the extras that we don't really need. Leave those 2, and these 2. That one's flax and that one's barley. Veggies, I'll leave the veggies. Take that one out. That one. That one's veggies, but we'll take it out anyway. Okay, I guess we can leave that. And the flax, we'll take that one out too. And then I'll replace one of the veggie fields. What do we have in here? Peas? See if it helps. Can't hurt. They don't have enough time to do everything, so hopefully it didn't tear out any. Oh no, we're good. They won't plant those until spring. And trader, I don't have storage buildings, so I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna trade you. I got all kinds of stuff laying on the ground if you want any of it, though. I could buy everything that you can bring me for the next, like, 10 trips if I had enough people to gather it all. Yeah. I'll just buy your food if I can. We should still be doing okay on ore unless those have degraded. I don't actually see any ore in here. Bummer. Fuckles. So you're gonna bone, probably just a couple of fishing rods to make up the difference. Oop. Pretty stagnant though. Oh, fuck me. Open all the gates. God damn it. Watch us lose a bunch more people now. I have wells, but I hadn't noticed until this guy was coming all the way out to the river because he was thirsty. Go, go, go. I wonder why they didn't go over to the well. It'll level out a little bit when we finally get butchering done. I don't know what we're gonna do about hauling all this shit though. We're losing like all of our clothing and everything. Here, let's get we'll see if they have enough time to do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna have any thatch for that one though. Oh, well, rip. We need thatch for all of them. Which is why they degraded in the first place. We just don't have enough thatch. We have so much shit on the ground. Poor sheep. I'm looking for my goat herds here. That one's a wild one. Shit, I wonder if it's unmarking them when they go into the stables in the winter. Because I had marked most of the goats, pretty much most other than the youngins, I thought. I don't know. We did have like 10 new ones born, so that might be our adults there. What's our limit on ores? Okay, we've got those down to 40. Just trying to think of other ways that we can cut down on the work. Stop worrying about that shit. That one's no big deal. I'll put it at 0 anyway. Yeah. We're kind of improving, like we got down to what, 40 something? And we're back up to nearly 60, but still, I think we're only, like I said, maybe one good attack away. If they were to go for one of these areas where we don't even have towers, we're gonna lose so many people. Well, I definitely want your thatch, and I think that's actually absolutely all. Sorry, trader. I know you came a long way. Oh, let's go make sure that we don't have any of those dying over here again. Because we have people dying of starvation in the middle of town, so I didn't really have any way to... When we have a bunch of food and everything's running smooth, and we notice just the oddball dying of starvation, then previously it was traders that had died over here and dropped all their stuff. Looking good, though. Lower this too, because that'll be 5 less things that they're worrying about. Probably leave that one at 5. We don't use it for anything anymore. So I could technically probably just tear that one out, but I think all they do is load it up and then walk away anyway. For skin's dryer. Get more sheep in. I see more goats. Old. Okay, we'll mark all those. I just hope somebody gets around to it. Oh wait, that's veggies now. You can go back down to normal priority. How do you make them? How do you make what? A buffalo wandering through town. There we go. Oh, the linen spools? That's just how you pick up flax. You don't have to weave it, apparently, in this. You just pick it up as linen. Son of a bitch. I was kind of okay with the buffalo, but the bear, that's gotta go. Okay, apparently it's wandering off. I'm okay with that. Any other predators just chilling inside the walls? Nope. Sweet. So food's not the issue anymore. Now it's just thatch. Gotta get that thatch. Looks like the harvest is pretty well done. Or, sorry, the planting's pretty well done. So next season we'll harvest the little bit of what we did get planted. And then I'm hoping that the season after that is where we get a big bounce back. But if not, I think I might pull the cord on this one. And then we'll start over and try to finish off the last map's final 2 objectives later. We still haven't got 20 swords. It's getting up to 150 people that I just don't have a whole lot of faith in now. Since the combat's going to continuously progress, you know, we're going to be attacked by larger and larger groups. I just don't think we can defend this anymore, unfortunately. What's our workload up to? That's getting better. 165 though. Still pretty terrible. Oh, fucking our clothing's decayed to the point where we're actually going to be light on... we're not going to have warm weather clothing for everyone anymore. And I would imagine this will be the last season that we have enough winter clothing too. So there just isn't anywhere for us to store it, even if we wanted to. Oh, there's raiders. What do we got this time? Oh, wow. Dude, run. It's like 23-ish. And they're coming up on us where we don't even have a gate to close yet. Nudist colony hype? Yeah, pretty much. Oh no. Even the ones that were sprinting, since I selected them, they won't sprint now. Yeah, we're fucked, man. Whoop. Just gonna speed it up. Yeah, we're fucked. They're having their way with us. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen them kill like a donkey or anything before. Alright, well, I'm gonna pull the cord on this one. We're down to 30 people again, and the next attack is gonna be even worse. We're at a point where we can't even rebuild our gates as they take them out. And it's not for a lack of material, it's just not enough people. We kinda got into a downward spiral with the upkeep on all this shit, and we just weren't able to pull out of it, and I don't see the situation improving. So sometime we'll come back and we'll start out with this map again. Well, probably a different map, because I don't want to come back and do the exact same map. It'll be the same like scenario, because this is the final scenario, the very last one. So we'll just pick a different area. We're in like the plains of, I don't know, something. We'll pick one of the other maps to start over on, and that way it'll be a slightly new experience. But I think I'm going to wait to come back to this game until the current patch has gone live, and maybe until he gets some more quality of life improvements into it. Not that I'm saying that that's why. I don't know what exactly, other than the maintenance. Like, thatch was our downfall, you know? We had over 100 people, we were harvesting all kinds of stuff, and then all of a sudden, we just couldn't maintain everything anymore. But I do think that going with such a large herd size, I think that that was one of the reasons. I think that I need to really kind of, like, we got a lot further this time, a lot faster, by staying with just the goats and the sheep, and then eventually the donkeys for the carts. So I think I want to do that again, but I want to keep the goat herd down probably to, I don't know, 15 or 20, basically to where at least half of the year we have some milk available. But we had so many fucking goats there for a while that even when we marked like 25 of them for slaughter, it was still taking 2 or 3 seasons for us to actually get them. So yeah, we'll definitely come back to it. For the rest of the night, though, I kind of want to go and play some more Lord of Dwarves. How do you guys feel about that? We'll let him get a couple more updates for this, and then we'll get going on another one of these. If you do want to see any of the previous gameplays, even what led up to the things that happened today on this map, I do have them all up on YouTube, and they are in the VODs if you ever get any time. They are long gameplays. We usually do about 6 to 12 hours a day. And a map, typically, well, like the challenge maps, we got through all of those in roughly a day. And then we did the second map. I think it took 3 days for us to do the second map and all the challenges. But everything is up on YouTube and in our VODs on the Twitch channel. But I've been wanting to go and play a little bit more Lord of Dwarves. So I'm going to change the title real quick. And I'm also going to restart the stream to break up the video. So count to 10 and hit refresh. And the stream should come back up. If you're heading out, though, thanks for hanging out. Very nice to meet the new people today. We will come back to this game. I love this game. I honestly do. Even when I get kind of frustrated with it, it's still been a really fun game. And there've only been a couple of times where it's just that hard down crash, where I've really wished that things were a little bit more efficient. But I think that a lot of that is also just not a full understanding of the mechanics of the game. I think that if I really read into how everything works, then we could probably plan a lot more efficiently, and then I would know where those like hard caps are, where you know, if you have that many animals, you're just never going to have enough strata to maintain your buildings. And then we could stay within those limits and everything. So I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to start it right back up. Come on back and hang out if you'd like to. Everybody else, hopefully I'll see you again some other time. We'll come back to this in a couple of days, but I'm going to get all set up for some Lord of Dwarves. Alrighty, guys. See you in just a second. Just go ahead and count to 10 and hit refresh.